4 trades done. We're trying to keep the trades minimal, so let's actually go through our orders. As you guys can see, all we can plan for is worst case scenario. And worst case scenario, if this trade doesn't hit, because not every single trade is gonna hit. The dip was wild. You had to hold through all that pressure, and you guys saw me hold through all that pressure, so it's not nothing.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like a fucking genius right now. You wanna know why? I just spotted the reversal before it happened, and I told everybody about it.
Good morning and welcome back, my fellow day traders. It is Friday. Happy Friday, a full week of trading, guys. And let's show you guys what trades we have taken, what we had done from yesterday, and just get right into it. As you guys can see, I'm still in the trade right now, so which is why I'm trying to manage it and kind of breeze this real quick. So let's get right through this, and then we'll break down this trade while I'm in this last trade here. So we did take one trade yesterday here, as you can see. So yesterday, if you're not caught up and you didn't watch yesterday's video, we took 3 losses back to back, being around $98, $99 each 3 times. So that puts us up at puts us down at like $296 yesterday. Today we took, or in the Asia session, we took a single trade for 157 gain, which is pretty good. That was the best it could go to. It literally, I'm posting a picture right here. It literally drawed down and pulled back the moment I sold it. So I collected for a quick, nice, call it a nice 1 to 1.5, just exited, and I'm glad I did, because that thing honestly did not climb back up. So we're in this last trade for about the same, kind of risking about just about what we made, just about, as you guys can see here. The reason why I'm in it, and I did take it off the practice account, is because on the 1 hourly time frame you can see this nice pullback here. Now of course, definitely better entries around here as well, but we got what we did and we're gonna take it, we're gonna stick with it. That's why our stops are decently far. It's just 1 micro. So with that being said, guys, stick with 1 micro. I just made 150 off 1 trade yesterday. I gotta be mindful. I did lose 300. I can take this last trade. Best case scenario, yes, it goes in my favor. We don't know how much it can go to. Worst case scenario, since we don't know if it could be a winning trade. We don't know. All we can plan for is worst case scenario. And worst case scenario, if this trade doesn't hit, because not every single trade is gonna hit, I lose 133 on this trade, but I'll still be up around $20. Worst case. I could exit now and be down and be up 100. I could just take what I got. But again, that's all up to you. You have the power to decide. Planning for the worst case scenario allows you to accept in your brain the loss already. Now, I'm not saying you should have a losing mindset, but what I'm saying is you should always plan for the worst case scenario, because you don't always win. And people feel like just because you see the best trade setup in your favor, an A+ trade has everything you always look for, that for some reason you shouldn't hit stop, right? Wrong. Just because you have the best trade setup or you have a high win rate doesn't mean every single trade is going to win. Even the best traders understand that, and they know even if they have an 80% win rate, sometimes you just have to let a trade go. And you'll be more appreciated that you let it go earlier than later. You'll be more appreciated that you exited sooner than later. And guys, please, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, just let me know what is your stop loss per contract, as well as even like it, share it with a friend. Getting back into dropping YouTube videos, and guys, the help would be much appreciated, because apparently it does not get sent to nobody unless people interact with it. So if you interact, if you comment, if you like, if you subscribe, that shit will help me. So let's just get into straight watching the market, and let's continue on about our day.
So this thing is pulling all the way almost to my stop loss. Now the reason why I entered this trade, if I didn't already break it down earlier, which I think I did, was very simply based off the 1 hour time frame. When it pulled back here, I was looking for another, pretty much just to hold that general area. Now it's selling off majorly, so I need this thing to create a long wick to the upside like how it did on this one. And it is bouncing at this general area of lows, so this is what we needed to hold last. If it loses these previous areas of lows, whatever you want to call it, liquidity sweep, I don't even care at this point. Any name, don't care. Literally, price is just reacting at this area. Don't care. General area of support has a chance to bounce to at least help me. And now we bounce back majorly hard, guys. Look at how they long wick, guys. There we go, guys. Literally. I literally dropped this play in the Discord, mentioning, guys, telling them, look, this is what's most likely going to happen. I said, still has a chance to hold here. But literally, the dip was wild, guys. The dip was wild. You had to hold through all that pressure. And you guys saw me hold through all that pressure. So it's not nothing. It's not nothing. Then again, boom, I said they're gonna attempt it. Reason why they're gonna attempt it though is because the Magnificent Sevens were curling, guys. Look at the long wicks to the downside. These are already getting strong here. Long wick to downside, long wick to downside. VIX is already going crazy. Tesla's already pushing. I said Mag Sevens are creating long wicks too. They're gonna attempt it. Inverse VIX already pushing. Guys, like there's so much reasons And guess what? We just stick to it. Is what it is.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like a fucking genius right now. You wanna know why? I just spotted the reversal before it happened, and I told everybody about it. I'm gonna drop a few photos here, so bear with me. One being the fact that guys, if you've been watching my channel for some years and you guys know me very well, you guys know I watched the Magnificent Seven, which is the most biggest movers, a part of the S&P 500s. The S&P 500 is being a big ETF with 500 stocks inside the ETF itself. The main seven, the Magnificent Seven, the big ones, is what I watch here. I have them on my charts, correct? Guys, the moment I'm gonna draw some photos here. So I watched the 15-minute time frame because it has less fake outs. The higher the time frame, the stronger the move. Literally, the 15-minute time frame was showing that the Magnificent Sevens here are creating some long ways to the downside. Doesn't mean much, doesn't mean enter, but I already have and was in a trade on MES, which was a nice, very solid break and retest dip entry on the 1 hour. And as well as if we go on the 15-minute time frame, you could even see a very solid break and retest here, which looks like every single trade we take. So not only do you have every single reason to not only enter or potentially plan an entry on a trade, whether it's MES, MNQ, or even on the options, you trade NVIDIA or try to capture something that's curling up like AMD. Guys, literally that is how you use the momentum in the market to identify where the move is happening. So again, I already identified markets moving upwards. I already identified that it was pulling back to this nice general area. I already posted my idea that, guys, what I'm looking for is this pullback, which we already have here, and just needs to just hold, right? And that's exactly what had happened. It pulled back, it's holding. Magnificent Sevens are curling. It has every single reason to hold. A lot of people, which feels great. I feel like a genius because somebody in the Discord was like, man, we just rocketed so hard. Bro, I spotted that rocket. It feels like I was the one that, filled up the tank before it took off. And then now everybody's like, wow. And I'm like, even though, you know what I'm saying? So let's take it down a notch though. Let's be humbled because honestly, we're only up 210 on the day. So although it could have been better, coulda, woulda, shoulda, we're just gonna close out and call it good. You wanna know why? Because look, let's look at our trades here.
So here we are, just gonna end the video, end the vlog. But guys, as you guys can see, 4 trades done. We're trying to keep the trades minimal. Very small amount of trades. 4 trades today, 3 trades yesterday, 5 trades day before that, 3 before that, and for some reason that does say 10, even though we already know every single time you add a position, it just counts as a trade. Grand total, we're ending the week at $1,000. 386 today. Yesterday was 296. And again, guys, as we just continued on from yesterday's video and throughout the whole week's videos, just consistently talking about risk reward. One single trade has the opportunity to recover a few losses. So let's actually go through our orders. As you guys can see from the very beginning that we started this account here. So we just starting fresh, January 1st. You can see my first trades here, January 1st, made 215, 110 the next day, another 85 the next. Then very small losses, very small losses. Nothing over 3 digits. The gains are always over 3 digits. Then continuing on, this is that day of losses right here. 3 losses back to back being $98 each. Then today, guys, literally one single trade recovered 1.5. Then every single trade after that straight recovered. So that's how we're gonna end the week here. And I just want you guys to see that is the power of risk reward. So even though we took a loss yesterday, plenty of people probably ask questions like, why not continue trading? Why not try to recover? But that is how you turn a bad day into a worse day. Same thing with even the wins too. Some people ask me, why don't you continue trading? You're up 386, why not try to make $500? The issue is this, you could literally, if I take a 5th trade, you can see I took 4 trades here. If I take a 5th trade and I'm already up 380, and if I lose 100, then I'll just be break even from yesterday pretty much. So you have to address your risk and just accept what you can get most times and just move on. It is what it is. We're gonna have a fresh week next week. So I hope you guys had an awesome ass week, awesome ass Friday, and I'll catch you guys first week down. Let's continue on for the second week.